Okay, right. Okay, right. I think we are, I guess that we are live right now. So, hello everyone. How's everyone doing? Hope all is well and stay safe during this season. We will start the session with my guest in a few minutes' time. If you just join us, do like, tag, and share our live with all your friends out there so that many will come and enjoy this sharing session. Welcome to the 21st edition of my live session. My name is Xing and I will be your host for today. Before I begin, I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you who are watching the live right now, and as well as those who will be watching the video replay later on. For those who are watching for the first time, this live is all about us, our story. Everyone has a unique story to tell, so we may not realize it, but our story is some of that is we gets me from City. So I the corporate world before she followed her passion to her own coaching business this year. In a short moment, we will be able to get to know her. Put our hands together to welcome Miss Karms Fung. Hi, Karms. How are you?
Yeah, I'm great.
First
Thanks
of all, I'd like
for
to
having me,
thank
Shane.
you for I would like to thank you for joining us today for this interview. Right? I'm very grateful to have you here today to share your wonderful and exciting story with all of us. So, can you please briefly tell us about yourself?
Yeah, of course. Well, you know how many people struggle to get up each day doing their job? A lot of people don't like what they actually do. I used to think like how awesome it is to be one of those people that's actually doing something they love. And yeah, now I'm one of those people.
So, maybe you can share with us about your career journey. You know how you all begin. You know, maybe in a corporate world on this bit of
Yeah,
what you
sure. Yeah,
do
no,
previously.
I moved out of home at uh, when I was just before I turned I think around 20 actually. Moved out of home around 20. I took on my first job straight out of uni as an accountant, and then I actually stayed in the same company for over 10 years. So I climbed the corporate ladder, then got to a point where I just asked myself, I'm like, well, what's the decision here? Am I staying in this company for life, or am I going to try something else? And that answer was pretty obvious to me. I knew this. I can't just stay in the same place my entire life. So I just decided, yep, okay, well, if that's the case, that means I need to move on. Like that solution's pretty simple. Just need to try something new. So I did, and yeah, it was basically rewarded with new job pretty quickly. Found a new job after just doing 2 interview. Was paid more at the time. Had a better title and a wonderful manager and yeah, just new people to work with, which was really exciting. Um, and it was like one of those roles that's like throw you in the deep end, all hands on deck. You do everything outside of your immediate title. And yeah, then I had this goal to quit corporate. So I did that. And yeah, became financially free. That's how I sort of left that corporate world.
So basically, you stay on with one company for 10 years, over 10 years,
Yeah, I did.
and
Yeah,
how?
I did.
I see. Wow, that's a long time.
I know.
what
I
is
know. Got long service leave and everything.
what inspired you to actually leave your 9 to 5 to find job to
Yeah.
start your own business? Is it a very difficult? I mean, no. I mean,
Difficult.
you must have thought about it quite a while, right?
I did. Yeah, of course. Thought about it for ages. And you know what, Shing, I've always wanted to leave corporate. That was the intention. Like, even right at the beginning when I studied accounting in uni, I'm like, okay, I'm first year in. It's not something I love. I do really good at it, but is it like, do I want to do this for life? I didn't. I just didn't know what else to do. So after that, I'm like, oh, well, I'm 1/3 into my degree. Well, second year, I'm like, well, 2/3. There's only one more year. So I continue that journey like most people would when you first get into uni and then you get your job and you just continue with that. Because I made a choice that I wanted to actually exit corporate, I'm like, well, I need to find a way on how to do that. And that means I need to be financially secure to leave. So I made various investments along the way that enable me to get to this point where I go, okay, well, if I left work, I can still sustain my lifestyle. And so then starting my own business is just a natural progression at that point, because I didn't have the stress of, well, if I didn't have work, I'm not going to be able to maintain my lifestyle. So yeah, that's how I got to the position where, okay, I'm going to kick off my own business. And even prior to doing what I'm doing now, I actually tried some other business initially, and I gained various learnings from that. And it's only through trying new things that I discover, no, this is what I really want to do. And now that I'm in this, my current, let's just say, job, I don't really think of it as a job, but what I do now, it's like I realize you can actually earn money a lot quicker than the strategy I've done previously. Yeah.
I see. So basically, you were previously an accountant, and
Yep.
of course, along the way, you did start something, right? That's
Yeah.
right. And of course, is coaching always been your passion all this while?
Coaching. Um, so coaching is something I've always wanted to do in some form. I've always liked helping people, and I guess I have a gift that I've always been able to like chat to people and get them to open up pretty quickly. So it's always been on my mind. Even like early in my 20s, I used to feel like I was always a little bit ahead of my peers at the time. So I was like, amongst our group, I was the first one to finish uni, and then first one to move away from the state. So I left, not just left home, but I moved interstate. Um, I was like the first one to buy a house. So I was always a little bit ahead, and I just thought, oh, I can help people get there quicker as well. So it's always been in me to want to do that. It's just, I guess, in my 20s, I always thought, well, if I try to tell people I can help them, they'll probably be thinking, you haven't even lived your life. Right? So that was a bit of a limiting belief that I had earlier, and I don't have that anymore now that I'm wiser and I've achieved more in my life, in a position where I think a lot of people would be able to, I would be able to help them. So, yeah.
Wow. You are now an accountability coach, right? So
Yeah,
maybe can
that's it.
you tell us more about what do you do?
Oh, you know, I I believe that we can all do more, but unfortunately, most of us get stuck in this routine that dampens our creativity. We're so drained from having to do what we do during the day that it's drained all our energy to be able to like actually spend the time and look deep within ourselves. What is it that we actually want in life? And so my responsibility now, I feel like I'm helping people achieve more by getting them to really think about their purpose, clarifying what goals they want to hit, and then holding them accountable to get those results.
Wow, it's very obvious that when you first started,
Yeah.
you have a very clear goal as to what do you want to achieve in life, right? And I think that basically you have actually achieved most of what you want to do, and now
Yeah.
that you want to help, your goal is actually to help people so that they will be able to achieve whatever thing that they want to do in life. So that is your purpose, right?
Yeah. I think everyone wants to, like, if they knew what they wanted to do, they'll get there. It's just that they haven't decided. They haven't actually set the goals. So then it's become like wishy-washy. Like if you haven't actually said anything, you just kind of go onto the normal daily routine that you do. And you've actually haven't said anything. So then the years pass and you go, well, I didn't do much last year, right? But if people set an intention of what they want to do, and if you wrote down your goals, the studies that are done, if you wrote it down, the chances of you earning more money and achieving those is 10 times that of people that don't write it down. Yeah. So it's about clarifying what is it that you actually want to achieve. Then you have a goal in mind. Then you will naturally take the action towards hitting those goals.
Yeah. Where do you get your daily inspiration from?
Daily inspiration?
Yeah.
It's just my normal life. I don't seek out anything different now that I'm in a coach capacity. It's just I've always read a lot. I listen to podcasts. I talk to people, and when I'm helping people achieve more, they inspire me back, and to do more. Like I'm continuously investing into programs, into things that are of my personal development because I enjoy that. So those are my inspirations. A lot of it is from old books. I like digging into like the old things. I find them very interesting because the newer ones, a lot of the times I find that the concepts are kind of repeated between books, or they have very small elements of it. Whereas I think the gold nuggets are in the older books. Yeah.
So I was just about to ask you, how do you get yourself motivated daily? So I presume
Motivated daily.
Yeah, how do you get yourself motivated?
Yeah, that's a good question. For me, it's about the standard that you set for yourself. So it's a level of standard. Like, give you an example is that I have to feel like I'm productive. So that is my motivation in a way, by having that standard or that value. So what I mean by that, it's like, well, if I like even though I don't have to get up, right? Because I don't have to attend to somebody necessarily. Then if I slept till like, say if I had no meetings and I slept till like 10 or 11, well, I'll feel really bad inside. Or if I didn't have to take a call that day, but I didn't do much and I just watched Netflix all day, let's just assume, well, I will feel really bad inside. So that's the level of standard. It's like, what am I holding myself accountable for? I need to feel like I've done something productive. So I like to start by, what's my plan for the day? Like if you just think about I just try to go, okay, what's 3 things I want to do today? And if I can hit those, I feel really happy. So that's the motivational part. Yeah, you just have to decide what it is that you actually want to do. What is the level of standard you're holding yourself to, and do that. It's like really simple, but yeah, a lot of yeah, it's one of those things that's simple to say, and you just have to consistently do it to instill that habit.
Yeah, it's not easy sometimes, right? Because when you're, especially when you're moving, last time you used to be working in a corporate, and then being an employee, then now become on your own, doing your own business. You have to get yourself motivated right? Because at the end of the day, I guess that you are answerable to yourself, right?
Yeah, but it's not dissimilar. So I've always had to motivate myself. Like say for in university, I would motivate myself because I only give myself two choices. I'm like, okay, well, the thing is, I want a job. I wanted to earn money at that time. So how do I do that? I know the thing is to well, I need to study to get the good marks to get there. So it's obvious what the steps needs to be. Hit the books. So I would go, okay, well, if you want to hit the books, and you don't feel like doing it, what are you going to do? I gave myself two choice. You either read or you do some push-ups. So I'm like, there's only so many push-ups. I can probably do like 20 something, 30 max at that time, before I'm tired. So well, then I have to hit the books after that. So the motivational factor is always there. It's just yeah. So if I was doing that for uni, that's how I would do it because I know I needed to read. When I'm doing corporate role, it's well I need to help my staff out. I have projects to deliver. I have a deadline on them. So yeah, I know I need to do those. So what actions do I need to take in order to meet those deadlines? So that's the motivation. And now it's the same. It's really the same. It's just a habit, right? Now it's like, okay, well, if I want to help people in their life, if I want to transform their life, well, what does that take? That means I can't be lazy myself. If I'm lazy, I'm not setting a good example. Then how can I help other people? So it's all in line. Like it's really the same thing, no matter what capacity I'm in. Yeah.
Do you have someone that you always look up to as a mentor?
Not anyone in particular. I wouldn't say so. I kind of tap on different people for different things. My I don't I would say I have different mentors for different parts. Like say if I'm looking for something for marketing, then I'll look for a marketing guy. If I'm needing help for like social media, I'll ask a social media person. So I don't think there's ever one person that's going to help you with like everything you have in life. So I draw inspiration from different people. Like for example, for me, like to get into like a meditation, for example, I draw on my dad. He consistently meditates. He meditates every single day without fail, day and night. And I've seen him do that for 20 years. Now, I wasn't initially motivated by that. And I'm just thinking, okay, well, there's dad doing his thing, right? But I'm after consistently seeing him do it for so long, and that now he's getting a bit older, I see how different his mindset and his health is compared to his peers, which are like losing hair and they white hair and they kind of got a beard guard and stuff, and my dad is looking really good for his age. So it's like, well, dad's doing something different, I want that, right? So I'm like, he's got something. So he inspired me in that regards to take a meditation. But I wouldn't draw on my dad to say, or marketing or social media or anything like that. So I have to draw on different people. Yeah, it just really depends on what I need. In recent years, I really like Tony Robbins stuff. I listen to I really like Tom Bayu. Yeah, so those are a couple of names I really like. But yeah, like there's no one particular person.
Well, you did say that you can help one turn their own passion into profit.
Yep.
Can you please
Yep.
Elaborate on that?
Yeah, of course. I've spent years soul searching about what on earth is my purpose. Like, why am I even here? How do I add value to the world? I was stuck on those questions for like a long time, and I've been trying to answer those like since like sometime in my 20s, and I kept like pressing on it. This is like then it just kind of like initially it was just sort of on the back of my mind, and then it just like kind of like kept pressing on me, and then I had to like really search for it. And through that journey, I got the answer I needed, which have led me to where I am now. So through that, I've created a framework to help others discover theirs. how do you actually turn a passion to profit is like, well, you really need to get down to your purpose to begin with, because if you don't know why you're even here, then you probably don't really have a reason to drive you. And the purpose and the passion could be one and the same, and it may not be. So you could have a purpose, but you could have a different kind of passion, and that could still make you money. And I believe everyone is unique. So they all have this set of skills, and they just need to find that intersection. It's like, what's your, like, things that you do that draws the most high energy? Like, what do you really enjoy? And then by chatting to them and getting down to what is it that they really like, I will find that intersection, really. And that's the point when, okay, you can turn this thing into actually making money. And it may not be obvious initially, just like mine, like my accountability as an accountability coach. I never actually had this until I actually started going through the journey. And it may look obvious now because I have an accounting background, and I hold in my previous corporate life, it's like, well, I looked after multi-billion-dollar projects and I delivered those. So it's like, if I can deliver those on a corporate level, I can deliver a small thing on a small scale on someone's life. It's like taking that corporate concept into down to the personal level. But it's like, that wasn't obvious to me until I actually stepped out and tried something new. And it's like, okay, why didn't I see that? If I spoke to someone else, maybe they would have saw that sooner, and I just didn't see that until like sort of recent times. So yeah, it's for me to help other people see theirs now.
So you help people to discover, to enjoy their work, right? To discover what they like,
to discover what they like, and then start it on the side as a side hobby. And once they start making money, they'll realize the possibility that, wow, I can actually earn money doing something I love. And then once they have that, then at some point they'll reach and go, if I can now transition out of my 9 to 5, if you don't like, I mean, if you love your job, stay in there, right? Like, I'm not telling you don't do it, but it's just like, if you don't enjoy it, well, then try something new on the side. Like, what are you doing with the rest of your time? You have time outside of your work. So use those time to discover your passion. And yeah, I can help them do that.
Yeah. This, of course, how about this way, where you actually to work something until you make a profit, and then only you have the time to go and discover your passion. The other way around.
What was that? You think you need to make enough money to be able to discover your passion?
Yeah.
That's what I did. That's the thing. And I don't think you need to wait that long. That's why now I'm encouraging people to know, just start something on the side. And I'm here to help them fast track that, because I took years. Like, I didn't have to spend 15 years. So I did 10 years of that, and then I did a little bit more after that. So, but it's like, I didn't have to spend 15 years to find that out. I could have tried sooner. Why didn't I try sooner? Like, life is kind of short, right? Like, do things to break out of your comfort zone. We do it because we feel like it's financially, we need that security, and it's not. Like, you see it in COVID, like, many people have lost their job. So it's like, if you did start making money on the side, if you did have passive incomes of different stream of income, if you lost your job, you wouldn't be that stressed, because you'll still have money from some other means. At least you'll be able to, pay for your rent and whatnot, like the basic things, rather than just like have one income completely gone and you're like really, not in a good position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we all know that last year, right, the year 2020 went down as one of the most extraordinary year. So Can you share with us, how did you spend your time during the lockdown last year?
Yeah, lockdown last year. Every year I go traveling. I like traveling a lot. Most people know that. And wonder how I can do that. But last year I didn't get to travel at all. And that was a little bit hard for me. Not too difficult, because I've already traveled over like 30 countries. So I've actually hit everything that's been basically almost everything that's on my bucket list, like the major ones I've wanted to hit. So now the places I go to are kind of like nice to visit. It's not like I'm like have a real urge to get there. So in that regards, I feel very grateful that I've already done a lot of that, and so I just took it as an opportunity to, instead of actually traveling to places, I just travel within myself, I guess. So it's like really, okay, I can't travel, I have a lot of time. So what am I going to use that time for? So back to being productive, right? I'm like, okay, well, I need to make this year productive. It can't go wasted because everyone's kind of around there going, oh man, this year's crap. Like, we just wasted so much time not doing anything. It's like, well, you choose where to spend your time, what you're actually doing. So I'm like, no, I got to make this year productive. So I wrote the program that I wanted to do. I wrote the ebook that I put out, and yeah, I just started building my profile up. During the COVID time actually, and got using Zoom and other different platforms that I never thought I would be using. That's so. Yeah, COVID has been actually fantastic for me because I just needed to dig deep and go, okay, stop stuffing around, right? You know your purpose. You know you need to do something. Like, don't procrastinate and get going. Like, you know what you need to do now. And I've been on the side like writing the book and that, and I've done different versions of it. I'm like, oh, but it's not good. I don't quite like this, and I don't quite like that. And then I realized, you just got to stop trying to be perfect. And you're never going to be the best in everything, or there's always somebody better. The thing is, like, you just need to be good enough to be able to help other people that's a little bit behind you. So yeah, I just quit trying to be the best in everything and just do what I actually want to do. Yeah. Are you there, Xing? Or did you freeze? Okay, I think Xing is gone. I'm now doing the live on my own. Well, hopefully he'll come back because he's the one firing questions at me. I think we are still live and we don't have Xing, so oh, look, he's coming back.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I think the internet, the connection.
Yeah, your connectivity not that good. That's okay. Got you back now.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Just now, I think we were talking about your last year, how you spent your last year, right?
Yeah. No, I said that already. I think the viewers saw that. I heard it.
Okay. So so I will go on to the next one, which is what have you shared with them? What are the lessons learned from your last year?
Lessons of last year?
What do you actually get out of it? From last year. I know that you started your own. I mean, you maximize your time. You created the opportunity to go and do your own online course, right? I mean, this program, and I mean, other than that, what are the lessons that we learned from last year?
I reckon the biggest lesson I learned is that, well, I'm like an introvert, really, like by nature. I'm kind of a bit more like I'm more borderline now, so I can kind of like tip into the extroverted side. But yeah, by nature, I would say I'm an introvert, and because of that, my social media was really like I don't really like to engage in social media. So initially, my friends were just like all my friends. So I think I had less than 200 friends on my Facebook, and I rarely post personal stuff on social media platforms. And what I've learned is that in order to help people, I really need to open up and tell them about my life and share my knowledge and what my vision is. Because if people don't know me, then why would they? Strangers, right? Like people that don't know me, why would they open up to me? Like, and there's only so many people in daily life that I actually just come to connect with. So yeah, sure. Like if I go to like a networking function. I chat to a lot of people and they'll connect with me that way. Definitely with COVID, that stopped a lot of that. So I'm generally a pretty social person. I get to go out and like connect with people that way. But yeah, because of COVID, I'm like, I couldn't do that. So like now I can't connect with people, losing connectivity, and I want to help people. How can I do that? Well, I have to share. I have to share about myself, and I really started to open up and yeah, post a lot of stuff on Facebook in particular. That's my lesson. And you know, once I started doing that, it was kind of funny because even friends that are not my immediate friends, but the friends that are kind of on that next level, they're like, oh, I didn't even know you read a lot or you kind of do this kind of stuff. Like I didn't even see that side of me. It's like, yeah, because I wouldn't normally share that. If you go out and like having fun or like, you know, going karaoke or having a drink with people, you don't tend to go, oh, by the way, I'm reading this book, right? Like those sort of things just doesn't drop into the general conversation that people tend to like to have, the more on the surface type conversation, and I actually enjoy having those deep conversations. And so yeah, that's my learning. Share
Yeah,
more.
yeah, and also from I mean last year also we use a lot of virtual, right, online virtual meetup as well, right? That's one thing that I learned as well, to learn new technology skills. And
Yeah,
also the other thing that I think you brought up just now also, that the importance of the having a side income, right? I mean, to have second income, right? Never to depend
yeah,
on just the one income, right? I think that's what you have mentioned earlier on, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Do
Well,
you
that,
have
that that's
any?
not new learning for me. I guess that's the learning I'm trying to tell others. It's very possible. Like just try it. Yeah.
Yeah, that relates to what you are doing, right? Like that, doing
Yes.
turning your passion into profit. That's what
Yeah,
you're
that's
about.
it.
What is your challenges when you first started this business?
Challenges.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm sure I had lots of challenges.
yeah,
um, like some of the challenges is just like, well, if I don't generally put posts out, then my challenges initially was just like, well, okay, I'm happy to tell other people about myself. Where do I start though, right? Like, what kind of posts do I make? Do I make them regularly? How long do I make them? How often do I do them? What type of things do people like and don't like? And I had no idea actually. So it was just really just trying. That's why I just encourage people to just try and do it. So I will just put something out and I will see if people resonate with that. And based on those responses, I'm like, okay, people kind of like this type of things, or they don't like this, or but sometimes, even though I now know that certain posts don't may not necessarily get as much like, I still post them because that's what I believe in, and so I just trust that the right people will see those messages. And a lot of times, even if I don't get, like, say, the like of the responses or comment on a post, I know that people are kind of watching from afar because I would actually regularly get um, private messages where people just tell me that this is like, hey, like, thank you for making that post. That's really helped me for today, and yeah, please keep doing what you're doing, like that kind of stuff. So yeah, that really helps me. Yeah, that's kind of like what I'm learning along the way, and those challenges. And I continue to have challenges. I just think it's important to embrace the challenges and inspire others.
Looking at the things right now, would this year would be much more better than last year. So I mean, if you have the opportunity to rewrite 2020, right? Or if you have the time opportunity to turn back the time, what do you think you can do better?
Turn back time. I
Yeah,
don't. I don't believe in that concept. I don't think it's a good thing to try and think about. I mean, the past is the past. I just believe that it happens for that reason, and there's no, like, to me, there's no regret. Like, that's exactly why you should try and do things um that is aligned with your purpose, and have whatever higher force pull you towards that. um to live in the past is completely pointless. It's actually just a waste of time. Like, to delve into that, it would just be like, what are you worrying about that you actually can't turn back time? Like, that's just actually not possible. Well, not in my knowledge anyway. If there's a time machine, like, I'm not aware there. I don't have access to one, and I'm not aware that's possible. So, yeah, to me, that's pointless. Don't do it. Just focus on what you can control now, what future you want to create, and focus your energy on that instead.
What are your exciting plans you have for this year?
Oh, just changing people's life and my own at the same time. Yeah, just trying to help as many people as possible, and and in wanting to do that, I've been sending these like goals template to everyone, and I'm planning to actually put together a free workshop. So I haven't launched it yet, but I plan to do it soon, like next month. And yeah, through that, I just want to encourage people to, show them that because a lot of people got the template and they're like, okay, what's the next step now? It looks really good, but how do I use it? So I actually want to help walk them through it, because I've sent it out to like a few hundred people now. And so, yeah, I want to do a group workshop and show them how I do it, and how what's going to be useful for them. So yeah, ideally I like to just get to know people, setting the goals, and then start tagging me and going, yeah, I was really good. Like, I went to your workshop and now I want to achieve my goals, and this is what I've done. Like, I want to start hearing that. Like, yeah, you've inspired me to get towards my goal. That's what I want to do.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
3 words?
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like this type of question is for other people to do it. But in terms of how people see me, for myself, I guess I would more just probably share you my values instead. So my number one, in terms of what is about me, it's my number one value is health. So, and that includes like work-life balance. That's health. Eating well. So it's all in that health category. So it's like, if I'm eating something really like deep fried food, oily food, well, is that good for my health or it's not? Can I still eat it? Would I still eat it? Yeah, I probably will. But would I choose to eat it every day? No. Can I enjoy it every now and again? Yeah, well, I can. It allows for that, right? It's like, if you take care of your health overall, then that's okay. So if I've been stressed and I've been running really hard, doing what I do now, then it's like, okay, whoa, am I running too hard? Do I need to just like relax a little? And so yeah, it's about having that. So health is number one for me. 2 is about intelligent. So what I mean by this is like, make intelligent choices. So that goes to everything. It's like, okay, well, if I know this is my purpose, by doing this particular action, like if I need to make a decision, well, is that going to help me get to my goal sooner or later, or like completely off path? Like, if it's going to go off path, well, don't do it. Make the intelligent choice. Make the choice that's going to help me get to the end goal. So that's 2. And 3 is love. So I believe that we are all connected. I just genuinely think we are here to help people. Like, we're all in this together. So yeah, it's about having more love and compassion, to help others out. Yeah.
What do you want to be known for?
Oh, what do I want to be known for? Someone that cares. Someone that cares. That's basically it. I know it's hard for people to sometimes find that, and my style is a bit of a tough love sometimes. So it's like, I'm the kind of person that cares enough to tell you the truth. Yeah. So sometimes people will go off course, or they do something, and their general friends will go, yeah, that's a good decision, yeah. Right? And they just want to hear the exact same thing. They're just gaining validation for that. But if someone is sharing something with me and I don't think that's the right path for them, or it's, I'll ask them. It's like, I'll, I'm not afraid to question them. That's essentially what it is. I want to be known for someone that's like, yeah, I care enough to tell you the truth.
All right. I think we are coming to the end of
Yeah,
this interview.
go.
And yeah, I think this concludes my live session for today. I'm sure that we have all enjoyed Kam's sharing session. Before I end,
Yeah.
Kam, do you have any more things to say to all of us?
Any more tips? Was it
Yeah, any more final things you want? Final words
final
you want to
things?
say? Yeah, I'll say. Well, just say to all the audience.
Yeah, I mean, life is short, so if you want to progress in life, try something new. Like for me, it's always been like, oh, I felt like I didn't need somebody. Like I can do it all on my own, and you can. It just takes a long time. So you know that in your life where, say, if you want to be a lawyer, you need to study law. You're not just going to go read a law book in the library and go through everything in there, right? Like that's just going to take really long. So what I want people to know is like it's okay to seek help, to gain some guidance, just to bounce some ideas off if you're on the right track to what you want to achieve. So yeah, here to help you fast track your success. Yeah, get a coach to do that. Doesn't have to be me. And it's like, don't be afraid to reach out to others to see if it's somebody that has what you want, well, if they can share that insight with you, it's really going to fast track you to that point. So get close to the people that has what you want. Um, that's the tip. Like that's going to get you there sooner. So why do it why do it on your own when there's a lot of people that would have achieved what you want already?
Wow.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. What an amazing way to sum up the live session for today. Once again, thank Kam for your time and your wonderful sharing session. I would also like to thank everyone who are watching live today, as well as those who will be watching the replay later on. So if you do like this live, do follow me on my Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, on the address link provided at the bottom of this screen, so that you will know when I will go live next. You can also follow Karms on her Facebook account as well. On the address link is also provided at the bottom of this screen. So I will see you all in the next edition. So until then, have a great weekend ahead, everyone. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Shane,
Bye
for having me.
bye.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.